To niche or not to niche? This is a question that a lot of you must be asking yourselves. Well, let's put it this way. Let's compare the two. Let's compare niching down, so like a specialist in a topic, and let's compare a generalist, talking about a lot of different domains and having the broad knowledge of everything. When you hire someone to fix a problem for you, in this case, let's say your problem was to fix your desk, okay? Would you rather hire a specialist who knows how to fix things, who's like a mechanic, who's a handyman? Or would you rather hire someone who has a general knowledge of everything? Obviously, you're going to hire the person who fixes things for a living because you're gonna get more value for fixing your desk, right? So in terms of business and YouTube, if you're someone who's more interested in providing a solution for potential problems in a specific topic, then niching down is actually the way to go. However, if you're more interested in using YouTube for the art and fun of it and just expressing yourself in any way you can and using this as a platform to just jump into any domains you want to talk about, then using your personality as a niche would be the way to go. And that way you'd have endless content to talk about, and that way you can just keep doing it for fun as a hobby. So to make this easier on you, I formulated a list of questions, and depending on your answers to these questions, you will know whether or not you should niche down or not. So here are the biggest questions you must ask yourself. What are your goals with YouTube? Be honest with yourself here. Is your goal to build a business and make money and generate as much revenue as you possibly can? Or are you doing YouTube as a hobby and to have fun with it, to express yourself on this platform? Like, where are you on the fun to business spectrum? Would you rather do it for the arts, or would you rather do it for the business and monetization? Depending on that answer, you should kind of know what direction to head into. If you're only talking about one thing, one topic, for instance, for your business, then maybe you get so sick and tired of talking about it all the time and you end up quitting because you can't sustain that. And also, if you're talking about anything, then maybe you might quit because you're not seeing consistent growth and return on your time and investment doing this. But then again, you shouldn't care if you're doing this just for fun, because if you wanted a business out of it, then you'd be niching down, right? So here's another list of questions that you should be asking yourself. Do you want to be a personality YouTuber like Gary Vee, where he has this to say?
I don't think you need to find a niche. I think your niche is that you are that human being.
Yeah.
Football, After Effects, small town kid.
Yeah.
I'm sure 17 other things you haven't told me yet.
Yeah.
Your niche is you, the human.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, I need a niche, which actually means I need to stay narrow in something and just talk about football.
Yeah.
That's the reverse. You need to be as broad as possible, but fully you, which becomes your niche.
Or do you want to be a topic YouTuber like Cathrin Manning, who only talks about succeeding on YouTube, like this?
So you want to start a YouTube channel? Well, there's a ton of YouTube videos out there that are going to walk you through step by step the process of creating a YouTube channel. And this is not that video. I already have a video that gives you more tips of starting a channel, but specifically today,
So as you can see, her channel is literally about YouTube. Like, if you go on her about page, she literally says, I talk about all things YouTube, running a business and creating a life that you love. So, and as you can see by her page, it gives a lot of like YouTube vibes. You can see here, like the YouTube icon, YouTube here. There are pros and cons to both types of YouTubers. Gary Vee is literally able to shift his focus from Pokemon cards to garage sailing to sports and football to the New York Knicks, to literally anything he finds value in, and he has found so much success in that. Or do you want to be someone like Cathrin Manning, who focuses on just one topic only and is able to niche down quickly, build a business, an audience, and monetize quickly as fast as she possibly can? Because guess what? People who want to get better on YouTube are going to be going to Cathrin for advice and tips. So you gotta ask yourself, do you want to be the topic YouTuber or the personality YouTuber? If you're still stuck and don't know the answer to this question, I actually asked this exact question to a YouTuber with over 2.4 million subscribers. His name is Ali Abdaal, and this is what he had to say about this.
This is always like, I think it's a question that's applicable to absolutely everyone, and me and every other YouTuber. It's like, to what extent do I stick to my lane, or to what extent should I branch out into other things that might be more interesting? Honestly, the way it just depends. Do you care more about the business, or do you care more about the art and the having fun? if you care more about the business side and you want to grow faster, then stick to hospitality because you want to target that audience. And if the audience cares about hospitality, maybe they don't care about philosophy as well.
I see.
Generally, what seems to work for a lot of people is you start with the hospitality, you start with the topic. So people follow you for the topic because you're an expert on the topic. Slowly, you weave in your own personality into it. Like, you know, occasionally doing a vlog, occasionally doing a Q&A, occasionally doing a video or whatever. And then over time, you can be like, okay, what is hospitality adjacent that my hospitality bros would enjoy? So maybe it's a video about how stoicism changed your approach to business.
I actually made a video about how I use this quote from Marcus Aurelius to get me out of bed every morning for my hospitality career. Does that work? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, exactly. So you're sort of like, really, you know, it's like if I'm making videos for medical students, but I want to go into tech, let me make videos about tech for medical students so that there is like a natural spreading out. It's like you start out with a tiny niche and then slowly you expand over time.
I see what you mean.
You can get to a point where you make a video on whatever the hell you want. But in the early days, you grow faster if you stick to the things that your audience already care about rather than a totally random topic.
So there you have it, people. Ali's advice was to start with a topic to give you some direction to head into. And as time goes by, being consistent with this topic, you start to weave in your personality in that topic. So you gotta see, what is hospitality adjacent to my hospitality bros? And what are my hospitality bros gonna enjoy seeing that's adjacent to this topic? So I can maybe in the future do entertainment, education, vlogging, Q&As, you get the point. So if you're really struggling with this and you have a sort of idea of a topic that you want to talk about, why don't you start with that topic and then slowly weave in a little bits of yourself here and there and tell me how you feel about that. Just by making a video about niching, I'm actually going against my niche in hospitality, as funny as that sounds. And the reason why I made this video is because I too struggled with this concept of whether or not I should niche or not. And honestly, now I'm kind of understanding what people like Gary Vee and Ali Abdaal are trying to say. And that is to provide straight value to people by leaning towards your niche and your personality. So finding a good balance of both. And honestly, just asking yourself these honest questions and knowing what direction you want to head into. And hopefully in the future, I'll be able to correlate hospitality around the world in a really fun way. So remember this, in the future, you can always use your main niche as a medium and introduce other domains you're genuinely interested into. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for listening again. Until next time.